and we were talking about trigonometry for angles greater than 90 degrees. Yeah. So yeah, we're talking the definitions. So for the early definitions that we were talking about is for right triangle. It only works for angles from 0 to 90 degrees. Now we renew the definition, so we have this kind of coordinate plane, Cartesian plane, yeah. And we know that yeah, we construct the new definition by using the old definition. So by using the old definition, we have that the sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse. We can redefine it by y divided by r. Cosine, we define it by x divided by r, and tangent is y divided by x. The coordinate where x and y is the coordinate of this point, and r is the length of this line. Yeah? So yeah, in some books you can find that r is 1. R is in some books r is always defined to be 1, so that the definitions become sine theta equals y, and cosine theta equals x, and tangent is still y over x. But yeah, basically it's the same. Yeah, because in this case you can still define r by 1, or you can define it by some other constant. Yeah, you can define it to be any number, and yeah, in the end you'll still get the same result for sine, cosine, and tangent. Yeah. Okay, so I gave you some examples here. So yeah, so for the region between 0 and 90 degrees, it is called the first quadrant, quadrant 1. Regions between the region between 90 and 180 degrees is the second quadrant atau quadrant 2. The next one from 180 to 270 is the third quadrant, and the last one from 270 and 360 degrees is the fourth quadrant. Okay, and I gave you some example here. So yeah, basically, if you are using this definition, you can go to any angles between 0 and 360 degrees and get the values of the sine, cosine, and tangent. And you can even go beyond. Yeah, if let's say you go 360 degrees, sorry, 370 degrees, then you go one full rotation, and then you add 10 more degrees, and you will see that in this case the value of sine, cosine, and tangent for 370 degrees is actually the same as the value of sine, cosine, and tangent of 10 degrees. Yeah. Why? Yeah, because the sine, cosine, and tangent is defined by by the division of x over r and y over r and y over x. Yeah. So as you can see, both because the position of the angle or this line is the same for both 370 and 10 degrees. So yeah, the value of the trigonometric function remains the same. And also for negative 30 degrees, you can see that yeah, so if you have positive angles, then you go counterclockwise. So for example here 370 degrees, we have counterclockwise until 360, and then you go 10 more degrees to get 370. If we have negative degrees, instead of counterclockwise, we go clockwise. Yeah, we go clockwise. So it is something like this. And notice here that it is actually the same as you go counterclockwise from zero to here, yeah. So 360 minus 30 degrees. So it is actually the same as 330 degrees. The sign. Okay, yeah, notice here 30 degrees is counterclockwise. The 30 degrees is clockwise, so it is actually a negative 30 degrees ya. Ya, the magnitude, jadi besar sudutnya sendiri adalah 30 derajat, tapi secara standar ini, standar pengukuran sudut ini dari 0 derajat ke counterclockwise, maka kalau kita ke arah sini justru negatif gitu ya. Yeah, so but the value of the sine, cosine, and tangent of negative 30 degrees is the same as sine, cosine, and tangent of 330 degrees. Okay. Yeah, this is also true for cosine and tangent. Yeah, basically for all trigonometric function. Yeah. Also applies for the ones that you haven't learned before. Cotangent, ya, yeah. Sin, cos, tan, sec, cosec, dan cot ya. Semuanya berlaku seperti ini. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we learned before. Yeah, and yeah, one more thing. So for yeah, we conclude, or we can summarize from the our previous meeting that for all angles in between 0 and 90 degrees, all the values sine, cosine, and tangent are all positive. For in the second quadrant, only sine is positive, both cosine and tangent is negative. In the third quadrant, only the tangent is positive, the sine and cosine is negative, and for the fourth quadrant, only cosine is positive, the other ones are negative. Yeah, so we are usually to find angles to find the values of the trigonometric function for angles greater than or outside of 0 to 90 degrees, we are using these facts, yeah, to find the values. Yeah, maybe some of you already noticed that the values here, 120 degrees, 208 and 10 degrees, and 350 degrees, all of the sine, cosine, and tangent are actually similar, or yeah, the values, the magnitude are basically the same as the sine, cosine, and tangent in the angles for special angles, yeah, in 0 to 90 degrees. And why is that? Because if you look closely, when actually I chose the angles here so that it becomes like that. Yeah, this is called related angle. Yeah, so that is what we will be talking about now. Yeah, we'll be talking about what is called related angles. Okay, so what are related angles? Yes, so let's get back here. Yeah, so you see, for example, in 120 degrees, yeah, you can see that if I draw the line or the angle 120 degrees, I will get a 60 degrees here and 30 degrees here, right? We have I have 60 degrees here and I have 30 degrees here. Yeah, so that is an example of related angle, yeah. So 120 degrees is related to 60 degrees and 30 degrees, and then in this case 210 degrees. Yeah, if we draw 210 degrees like this, you will get 30 degrees here and 60 degrees here. So 210 degrees is related to 30 and 60 degrees. And then for 315 degrees, we have, yeah, both of these angles are 45 degrees. So 315 degrees are related to 45 degrees. So as you can see, from the angles 315 degrees, the value is negative 1/2 square root of 2, 1/2 square root of 2, and negative 1. It is also related. I mean, it is the values, the magnitude are all the same to the sine, cosine, and tangent of 45 degrees, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's what I mean. That we can determine the value of the sine, cosine, and tangent of an angle greater angle greater than 90 degrees by using related angles. Yeah. So yeah, we need this at least these two. So the first one, you need to find out whether the value is positive or negative, because if you remember the sign, this one, yeah, sine, cosine, and tangent of 45 degrees is yeah, is all positive, and it is 1/2 square root of 2, 1/2 square root of 2, and this is 1. Yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, the sign match. The only difference is the negative sign. The cos is exactly the same, and the tangent is also yeah, the difference is only in the sign, and this is positive and this is negative. So it means to find the value of the angle, the sine, cosine, and tangent of 315 degrees, we only need to know, first we need to know the values of sine, cosine, and tangent of 45 degrees. And then the second one, the sign, yeah, whether it is positive or negative. Yeah, the same thing for angles in other quadrants. If you see, so we, from 210 degrees, we have sine of 30 degrees is 1/2, cosine of 30 degrees is 1/2 and times square root of 3, and then the tangent is 1/3 square root of 3. Okay, so yeah, as you can see again, 210 degrees and 30 degrees, yeah, the difference is only in the sine, Also for cosine, only for 210 degrees it is negative, and for 30 degrees it is positive. And for the tangent, it is exactly the same. So yeah, so the values are the same, but the only difference is that, yeah, as long as you know that in the the first, so this is the first, second, and the third. So this is the third quadrant. As long as you know that in the third quadrant, you only have positive tangent and the other functions are negative, you can get this value easily, right? Okay, for this example, so as you can see for sine in this case, yeah, again, sine is, okay, let me just, yeah. So as you can see, now we have, okay, now the values are different, yeah, from for here and here for this, what is it? The angle 120 degrees and 30 degrees. But if you look closely, the sine in the 120 degrees and the cosine match, yeah. And the cosine of 120 degrees is negative 1/2. Sine of 30 degrees is 1/2. So yeah, it matches also. But yeah, in this case, sine and cosine is reversed, yeah. Yeah, we can say that it is reversed. So the sine here matches up with the cosine in 30 degrees. And the sine of the cosine of 120 degrees matches up with sine of 30 degrees. Yeah, and the tangent, okay, the tangent is different, yeah. But the tangent is actually the opposite, not kebalikannya ya, kebalikannya. Jadi ini 1/3, ini 1/3, ini akar 3, seperti itu. Okay, so what happens? Why in this case, in the second and the third example, we have exactly the same, but for the first one, we have slightly different. Because, yeah, actually the factor that determine this is which angle are we choosing, yeah? Which angle are we choosing to as the related angle? So you have two choices. You can choose this one, which is this one, which is 30 degrees, or the other one, which is 60 degrees. And if you choose 60 degrees, then yeah, again it will match up, yeah. Sine of 60 degrees is 101/2 times square root of 3. The cosine is 1/2, and the tangent is square root of 3. Yeah, so it matches. Okay, so in this case, we choose this angle, and in the second case, we choose this angle. And for the third case, actually it doesn't matter if whether which ones we chose, because it is the same angle, yeah, or both are 45 degrees. Okay, so let's just compare these two. Okay, yeah, again, we can use both 60 degrees and 30 degrees to determine the value of sine, cosine, and tangent of 120 degrees. But now, if we chose 60 degrees, we will have the same values, only different signs. in this case, if we chose 30 degrees, we will get yeah, the same values, only different signs. So why? In the first case, we chose 60 degrees, and in the second case, we chose the 30 degrees. Yeah, so actually, the factor is which of the axes are we choosing, yeah, to find the related angle. Okay. So if we are if we are finding the related angle which is adjacent to the x-axis, the value will always be the same, only different in the sign. Yeah. So in this case, 120 degrees. So in 120 degrees, 120 degrees here, we chose this value. Okay, we chose this value, which is 60 degrees in this case. Yeah, and so we will get sine is equal to the negative, equal to sine of 60 degrees, and so on. Yeah. Yeah, so the sine is equal to sine, cosine equal to cosine, and tangent is equal to tangent. And if we chose this part, which is 30 degrees, what we'll get is, yeah, you get the opposite. Yeah, so sine becomes is related to the cosine, and the cosine related to the sine. Okay, so in general, if we have x degrees here in the second quadrant, and here we have, okay, here we have 180 degrees, so this angle should be 180 minus x, or theta. Then you will get the sine of 180 minus theta is equal to sine of theta, yeah, in the second quadrant, yeah. And the cosine is equal to negative cosine of theta. And the tangent is equal to negative of the tangent of theta. Okay. So yeah, this is for the second quadrant. But we can generalize, yeah, we can generalize. So, okay, let's see. Let's just write it down here. Yeah, so again, let's write it down. So we have for the second quadrant, in the second quadrant, yeah, so in the second quadrant, we have sine of 180 degrees minus theta equals 100, sine of theta, cosine of 180 degrees minus theta equals negative cosine of theta, and tangent of 180 degrees minus theta is equal to negative tangent of theta. Yeah. Okay, so again, look at the signs in the second quadrant. Remember what is always positive. Okay, so let's start with that actually. So usually to remember this, the sign, so for the second quadrant, sign is positive. Third quadrant, the tangent is negative. The fourth quadrant, the cosine is positive. We usually draw something like this diagram. Yeah. So we can draw this diagram like this. Yeah, something like this. So for the first quadrant, yeah, again, all are positive. The second quadrant, only sine is positive. The third quadrant, tangent is positive. And the fourth quadrant, only cosine is positive. Yeah. Or probably in your book, yeah, in your book there is, this is called the cast. Yeah, because we can abbreviate. So the positive ones, in the fourth quadrant, we have cosine, so we have abbreviated to C. And then in the first quadrant, we have A, all are positive. And then the second quadrant, we have sine. And the third quadrant, we have tangent, is positive, yeah. So yeah, as you can see, if we abbreviate it, we can, yeah, we can see, it is called in your book as the cast diagram. Yeah. So this is to remember which one is positive. Okay. Any question before I continue?
Clear.
Okay. Okay, so let's continue the next one. Yeah, okay, so to remember, okay, in the third quadrant, let's continue with the third quadrant. Okay, sorry, in the second quadrant, still in the second quadrant, if we are trying to measure the angle from the y-axis, so yeah, in other words, previously we tried to measure the angle 120 degrees by using the x-axis. It means 120 degrees is actually the same as 118 minus 60, yeah. So if we measure it by x-axis, the functions are the same. So sine still becomes sine, cosine becomes cosine, and the tangent is also tangent, yeah. But if we try to measure by the y-axis, you will get the opposite, like it's reverse, yeah. So in this case, we can write it down as such. Yeah, we can write it down like this. So sine of, yeah, so for example, 120 degrees is 90 plus 30, yeah.
Ya, benar, Pak.
Ya, bentar, Pak.
Angga, Pak.
Yeah, so yeah, so for example, 120 is 90 plus 30 degrees. So in other words, this is 9 yeah, 90 degrees plus okay, I just write down here. So if we have sine of 90 degrees plus theta, in this case the theta is 30 degrees, then it is equal to the cosine. Yeah? Then for the cosine of 90 degrees plus theta, this is equal to negative sine of theta. Okay, and the tangent, how about the tangent? So the tangent is actually the 1 over the tangent, yeah. Or this one. So for the tangent of 90 degrees plus theta, this is equal to negative 1 over tangent of theta. So yeah, but yeah, just, and then let's again write that down. So for sine of 90 degrees plus theta is equal to sine of theta. Cosine of 90 degrees plus theta equals sorry, this becomes cosine, yeah? Cosine of theta. Cosine of 90 degrees plus theta is negative sine of theta. And for the tangent of 90 degrees plus theta equals negative 1 over tangent of theta. Okay, that is for the second quadrant. For the third quadrant, okay, I can just draw it here. Yeah, so it is pretty similar to the second quadrant. But in the second quadrant, we can get the related angle from, in the second quadrant, we can get the related angle from 90 degrees and 190 degrees. For the third quadrant, we can get it from 190 and 270, yeah. Yeah, again, if you are using 180 degrees, you will get the same answer, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you will get the same function. So sine still becomes sine, cosine cosine, and tangent tangent. But if you are using 270 degrees, you will reverse the sine and cosine. So sine of 190 degrees minus theta. Sorry, if it is the third quadrant, then it is greater than 180, yeah. So it should be plus. Okay. Now in this case, in the third quadrant, the sign will be negative, yeah, because only tangent is positive. So yeah, in this quadrant, only tangent is positive, and so the other one will be negative. Okay, and then negative of what? Negative of, yeah, because we are using the x-axis here, so the function will be the same, sine of theta, and then cosine of theta, negative cosine of theta, and then in for the tangent we have tangent of theta. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. I'll just continue this, and we will close today's meeting. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I am going to give you an exercise. So later I will share it in. Oh, sorry, we haven't. I haven't made your Google Classroom, yeah. So later I will create a Google Classroom, so you can join, and then I will post an exercise there, yeah. So yeah, it is about angles greater than 90 degrees and related angles. So yeah, basically you have to complete a table. Yeah, I'll give you a table, and I'll ask you to complete the table. So yeah, any question? Okay, if there's no question, Yeah, I think time's up. So let's close today's meeting with Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Yeah, so for later, I will I will complete this, and I think I'll just give a screenshot of this to you so that you can learn it, and or you can also find it somewhere else from books or from internet. Yeah, and later I'll make the Google Classroom and give you the code so that you can join, and there will be an exercise there. Okay. So thank you for your attention. Let's continue next lesson. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.